The Sacramento Kings have now won 4 straight games.
Wow.
They just beat the Washington Wizards 128 to 115. Welcome in, Kings fans. Wow. Another win for the Sacramento Kings, and it was done the right way. Morgan Ragan, Deuce Mason.
Yeah, Morgan, it's been a wild season to say the least, but I was so curious to see how the Kings were going to show up tonight after the last 3 games playing good basketball. They showed up in a big way, especially in that second half, and 4 in a row. Wow.
It's incredible. I mean, from what we've seen this team not do all season long to seeing what they're doing in this stretch of games. And by the way, this is with bodies back. We didn't know what it was going to be like if things were going to be connected. We saw when it was disconnected in this game, and we'll go over the highs and the lows, but there's so many highs, especially when you look at that assist number, 36 assists for the Kings.
The ball was just flowing. The Kings pushed the pace in a big way. Let's go down to the court right now and check in with the guy who led the charge tonight, Russell Westbrook, 26 points in this game. Russ, this 4-game win streak has looked beautiful for your squad. What's been the biggest difference for you guys?
Just playing together, man. You know, we trying to figure out a way to stack up some wins, take care of home court, and doing a better job of having each other's back, executing the game plan.
Well, it's been 27 games without Domas Sabonis. What did it mean to have him back on the floor tonight?
Oh, it's great, man. Domas is such a force. He does so many things that you don't see in his stat sheet. His gravity, did a great job of great having him back. You know, I'm happy to be on the floor back over a minute, so let's get it going.
Russ, you were 6 of 9 from downtown in this game, shooting a career high from 3. How good is it feeling right now from beyond the arc for you?
It feels good, man. I work on it every day. Just got to take my time, and the shots given, shoot the ball with confidence, and you know, I'm thankful for my teammates trusting in me passing it. I just got to be better to shoot the ball.
And Russ, everyone brings the energy, but my goodness, Dylan Cardwell, every single dunk or block, it doesn't matter. That guy, is it contagious for all of you?
You know what, man? I think it's a blessing. I talked to Dylan before, and I told him, don't change for anybody, man. It's important. When you have that energy, you have that gravity, don't change, use it. That's how you got here. And it's great to see him out here using his God-given talent, and you know, great to have him on the squad.
That's some really great advice. Russ, thank you so much for joining us. Go enjoy this one with the team.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's Russell Westbrook, and like we said, a big game from him, giving some advice to the rooks, and you know what time it is, Deuce. It's time to light the beam, brought to you by Smud.
Oh, wait, are they wearing sunglasses? Are the rookies wearing sunglasses lighting the beam tonight?
The Beam Squad,
The Beam Squad.
Wow.
That's what they're calling themselves. Precious Achua, Maxime Reynaud, Neat Clifford down there with Dylan Cardwell. Oh, and what a beautiful sight on a Friday night in Sacramento.
There's nothing like the
Morgan,
beam.
I know we've said this before, okay?
Yeah.
And I know we're going to dive into the game. This is a matchup tonight with 2 of the worst teams in the league record-wise.
Correct.
If you were in this building and you didn't know, you would have zero idea that the Kings were, 11-12 win team, right?
Yeah.
It is crazy how loud it was at the end of this game, and this is what the fans want. The fans want to see a team that's going to compete, share the ball, and play the right way. And the last 4 games, they've been treated as some pretty solid basketball.
I didn't know what to expect because, look, the other games where you're playing teams like the Washington Wizards, or I'm sorry, you're playing teams like the Los Angeles Lakers, and people get excited. LeBron, Luka, you have a lot of Lakers fans even coming here. But tonight I was like, all right, it's the Wizards, 2 losing teams. What's it going to look like? It kept filling up. Fans were loud, and then on top of that, when you have someone like Dylan Cardwell demanding energy from the crowd, you give him the energy he deserves. But I love it because you just see it go through everyone on this team, the joy. And by the way, there's a lot more joy when the ball is moving, the energy is moving through the ball.
Yeah, and you know, when guys go down, like the Kings have dealt with so many injuries this year with Domas, you know, Lavine missed time, Keegan Murray's missing time right now, Schroeder, you know, the last 3 games.
Yeah.
Other guys do get opportunities, and with Sabonis missing 27 games, that opened up so much opportunity for Maxime Reynaud. You know, Eubanks going down opened up opportunity for Cardwell. And both those guys look more and more comfortable, and here they are now contributing to winning on the floor. Not just getting minutes, being out there in important minutes down the stretch of a game. So it's really good for these young guys.
Down the stretch of a game, throughout the game, you know, you're just seeing Doug Christie in his rotations. He seems a lot more comfortable with kind of where he's going with things, but I think also because he's not trying to play desperate. He's trusting more and more of his guys. I know we saw DeMar DeRozan still with that 40-minute game the other night, but he was on one. It's like sometimes that's his way of going with the flow of the game. He's still learning as well, but when you do see some of these younger guys still within the rotation and being able to figure it out in impactful minutes and it's translating into W's, you're in a better spot.
How fun was that first quarter?
So fun.
And that's what really set the tone. The first and third quarters is what won Sacramento the game. In that first quarter run where they go on that 19-0 blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Forcing
mistake after mistake by the Washington Wizards. And that's what makes having Sabonis back so important. Sabonis can get that rebound and the bust out, right? He gets right downhill, gets the ball moving up the floor, and creates easy looks for his teammates.
Yeah, and, you know, you talk about that run. It was at the half, we were excited to talk about that 19-0 run. But then the second quarter happened, and you saw things kind of go downhill. It was so great that the Kings were able to respond in that second half and have so much stronger of a performance. And you see that trouble keeping up first quarter versus the second quarter for the Sacramento Kings and Washington. I mean, yeah, it wasn't pretty when you look at the points, but I just feel like how the Kings were playing too. They were allowing Washington to get back into it because they were making a few mistakes here and there.
Yeah.
And then when they went back in the third quarter, I feel like the third quarter even started off with the Sacramento Kings making a few mistakes, but then finding a way to compose themselves and get back into it, getting physical. And by the way, things got chippy in this game too.
Ooh, I love a little chippiness. Debo going at it with Keyshawn George.
Yeah, ooh, we're showing that? We're showing that? Oh yeah, here we go, the heated moment. We should have the heated moment of the night. Only if it happens all the time, but right here, yeah, you see Debo, George going at it. No way. What was it? They received double technical. It was a double technical, yeah. So, you know, it was one of those moments where I was just excited to see the fire in these guys.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's all good. This is basketball. It's a physical game. George was crashing hard, wanted to push off DeMar. They go tumbling down. DeMar said, don't push me like that, and he pushes them.
Don't do that.
You need this. This is basketball. It's a physical game. Show a little fire, and both teams showing a bit of fire.
Something else that you had pointed out to me before we came on the postgame show, you were like, hey, there was some pretty even scoring for the Sacramento Kings across the board. Good balance. There was something up there on the big board earlier in the game. It was on this day in 2013. There was 4 Kings players that each scored 21 points. Wow. Exactly 21 points to beat the Washington Wizards on this day in 2013. So, yeah, the even scoring just like bleeding through Sacramento right now. But it was great. I felt like even the minutes for a lot of guys, obviously Doug felt more comfortable because he had that type of lead. But even when things kept going back and forth, it felt like the guys that needed to get a bucket, like DeMar DeRozan, was going to get you a bucket.
Yeah, DeMar was great. Lavine was knocking down threes. I thought Russell Westbrook, especially in that third quarter, really set an amazing tone. He was getting right to the basket, and he's pushing with force. So let's go down right now to the hallway outside the Kings locker room and check in with Zack Lavine. Zack, you're on with Deuce Mason and Morgan Ragan. Zack, 4 in a row. What's working well for you guys right now?
Oh, we just found a little bit of a rhythm. We're playing hard. Obviously, there's ebbs and flows to the game, but a young team like that can be a trap game, especially after getting a couple wins in an older team like us. So I think we came out with the right intensity. They came back a little bit. They tried to get a little physical. I think we responded the right way, especially at a halftime and in that third quarter. So just keep the good vibes going.
Yeah, they definitely got physical. Things got a little chippy. It was nice to see a little fight out there. Loved it. But I felt like you guys defensively really kept holding your own as well, because offensively the ball was moving, everything was looking great. But when they were getting physical, you were hitting back.
Yeah, I think at least for us, we got a lot of guys that's been in, a lot of games and big situations, and that's a young team. They don't know any better. So sometimes you have to draw a line in the sand and be the bigger brother.
I know you try to enjoy the moment with a win. You've won 4 in a row, but is there stuff that's happening right now that feels a bit sustainable?
I mean, yeah, we can't really look at the record. We just got to play each game like we've been the last couple. You know, I think that's what we have to do as professionals. Each one of us know that. We can't look at the standings and be, oh, we got to do this or do that. You know, we got to come in here each and every day, try to continue to get better, and keep playing the right way. Sometimes, you know, we have so many scores and so many different options, and, you know, right now I think we had like a 10 or 11-man rotation today. So it's, you know, the ball's doing fine who it needs to find, but, you know, each game might be somebody different, and, you know, I think we're being okay with being a team and knowing that.
And what did it mean to have Domas Sabonis back out there?
Man, it was good to see big fella. It's good to see him roll down the hoop, get a dunk. I think I was able to give him his first points. I initially tried to get him a pocket pass early, but it was good seeing him. He looked good. I think the crowd was great, you know, to have him feel that love and energy, especially in a season like this. He ain't been playing a lot. He got injured. Obviously, we know, you know, we haven't been very good, but to see the arena react to him coming back like that is big. At least I appreciate it for him.
Zack, we appreciate you joining us. Congrats on the win. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
That's Zack Lavine, like we said. 16 points for him and 3 of 6. And let's get to our Play Smart, brought to you by Xfinity. Most assists in a game this season.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, really?
36. I love that number.
36 right there. Yeah, you see that number for the Sacramento Kings against Washington, and you look at the way that they were playing offense all night long, Deuce. Sure, they were making all their shots. That's how you get the assist. But it just felt like, again, making the right pass, people moving without the basketball.
Yeah, you know, through stretches of this season, it felt like there was a lot of, hey, it's your turn, my turn, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of balance. It was like, oh, this is DeMar's time. This is Lavine's time. So now you're seeing more of a flow. Obviously, it's going to help going up against a younger Wizards team that's banged up, that's not very good defensively. But it's not just against them. They've done this the last several games against some good teams, too. So it's got to give them confidence, right?
Yeah.
That, hey, if we move the ball, we can have success. And to have 6 players in double figures tonight, that kind of proves it.
Yeah, and that's what I've loved, too, is seeing some of the young guys really find their groove with whoever they're playing with, right? Just within the rotation, everything else. You saw Nick Clifford start things off early on in this game where it was like, oh, things are a little choppy. Is he feeling okay? He ended up with 19 minutes, 9 points in this one. Ended up knocking down 2 threes, but one of the threes that really stand out to me was Domas was trying to just get him in a little bit of a DHO action and screen off his guy and said, shoot the ball.
Yep.
Shoot the ball. I'm giving you your space. Shoot the ball. He shot it. He made it. Domas was talking to him going the other way.
Neek had a nice bounce back second half. And I've seen a lot of people talk about Neek.
Yeah.
Trying to ride him off. I'm like, this guy's a rookie. He's barely played just over like 700 minutes in his rookie season. Let's see what this guy can do as the season evolves. And I think watching him, he does make good plays out there.
Yeah.
He's got to knock down shots. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing for me with him right now. He's got to knock down shots. He knocked down some tonight. He has a good job rebounding. I think defensively he does some nice things. And honestly, out there, he and Sabonis look like they had some solid chemistry.
Totally agree with that, and hopefully we can see that continue. The Kings get the win 128-115. Their 4th straight win. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this
guy-
game,
this guy
this
is the
guy,
best.
because
How
my
do you not
goodness,
like this guy?
is he so fun to watch.